Hi Aries, and welcome to your August 2023 reading. This is a reading for all Aries placements or for people who are just drawn to the title and feel like this is resonating for you. We are looking at general energies in the beginning of the reading. Second part of the reading, I will look into a relationship dynamic, and I'm very curious and excited about this reading and what's coming out for you at this time. Before I started this reading, it was really weird because I got this really angry moment with a past person of my personal life that kind of is still, you know, invading my brain a little bit. And I think with Aries, for all of us collectively, it's just a time right now where we really think about relationships and what we want in relationships, because we have the North Node that's moved into Aries and the South Node that's moved into Libra. So this is the relationship axis. This is all about really collectively thinking about what do we want and how do we put ourselves first. And of course for Aries this is a big deal because the North Node is in your sign, so we're all a little bit of Aries energy right now. And yeah, that's that. So maybe there is some anger, maybe there is some pent up frustration with a person for you, but it doesn't have to be, of course. I'm just also channeling energies that I feel before I do the reading, so maybe that's something for you. Let's see what wants to come up. Ooh, the Sun. See, this is really you stepping into your authentic self. Aries, the Sun as a center card in your reading, this is a great thing. The High Priestess, wow, very strong, very strong. Very strong reading here with two major arcana opening. There is a lot of power that you're starting with this month. With the High Priestess, you have highly intuitive insight, you have psychic insight, and you have intuition that is really on point. With the Sun, you're really stepping into your truest self, whatever that means for you, you know, in your most authentic self. The Sun is a card that really is called the best card in the deck. So it's a lucky card, it's a card of joy, of happiness, of freedom, of openness, of just being yourself and feeling good and living life and enjoying life. The High Priestess is a highly psychic, intuitive, sixth sense kind of card. So you are also sensing, I feel like you're sensing this coming, you're seeing this coming, you're experiencing on a different level, and you're experiencing yourself on a different level here with the Sun. Wow, this is profound. A profound month for you, I think. And it might have to do with the North Node, because of course we do have this axis that will bring the eclipses, the Sun and the solar eclipses and the lunar eclipses also to your sign. So this is going to be an exciting 1.5 to 2 years for you in general. We have the Princess of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm not sure where she wants to go, but I think she wants to go here. With the Sun and the Princess of Pentacles in the reverse, I'm just seeing, well, of course, you want nothing to change when you're in a Sun energy, and you don't need anything to change, it seems like. And you also don't need any offers from the outside or anything coming towards you from the outside to change your situation. I think you're exactly where you're supposed to be at, and you feel great where you're at this month. The Princess of Pentacles in the reverse is maybe having a little resistance to change, which would be super understandable with these cards, because why would you change anything about the situation where you're in the Sun energy? Maybe you're waiting for an offer and it's not coming. That could be, but you know, so what? Especially when you're here with the Sun. I'm sorry, I need to take a sip because my throat is really dry. So let's see what subconsciously wants to show itself here. I'm drawn to the subconscious line. Temperance, another major arcana. Wow. Okay. So you're coming into this month with 4 major arcana. Temperance card is also a very favorable card, especially upright, because it is about having the right solution to a situation, being balanced and healed within. Maybe you've healed an issue, a specific issue. Maybe you've come to your balance, back to your balance from a past issue. Maybe you've just found the right way to move forward here with the Temperance card. This card is also called Art. In this deck, it's called Daughter of the Reconcilers, like as in reconciliation, which is really figuring out this middle ground. He's like trying to figure out the right solution, the right recipe for making the seemingly non-connected or the seemingly contradictory elements connect with each other, fire and water. So he's finding gold. He's like the alchemist in this deck. And it's also standing for Sagittarius. It's interesting because here is also a Capricorn sign and connection in this card. And a Scorpio. But traditionally this is a Sagittarius card. So maybe any of these signs are important for you, but you found the right solution, the right way how to move forward and how to keep your light. This is very, very impressive, I have to say. The Temperance card is also very creative and very mature in its way. We have another major arcana. Wow, okay, this is no joke this month. Aries this month is no joke for you. We have the Strength card in the reverse. Well, even though there's a lot of balance, there's a lot of foresight, there's a lot of intuitive strength for you this month. With the Fortitude card in the higher consciousness in the reverse, there is this sense of frustration, there is maybe this sense of anger, there is maybe this sense of releasing energy that's been stuck, releasing maybe aggressive energy that's stuck, or not really trying to compose yourself too much. I think this is fine. I think this is just, with the Temperance card here in your subconscious, it is a reaction to maybe being too composed, too held back, or it is a healthy reaction. So if you feel angry, if you feel frustrated, if you feel like you need to react, if you feel impulsive, know that it's a healthy reaction out of on-point intuition. You know, when we come into situations and react, it's not unhealthy necessarily. When somebody oversteps your boundaries or somebody treats you wrong or you're in an unfair situation, it's just natural and very healthy to actually have a reaction that is maybe not as composed as you wish it would be. Because with the Temperance and the High Priestess, I think you're not imagining things, you know, not at all. You're sensing things for what they are. Maybe you're not seeing them with facts, but you're sensing things for sure for what they are. This has to do with also how to creatively move forward and how to maybe deal with the situation. And I want to check out these cards here because it fell on this deck. So we have a Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, yeah, how to move out of too much worrying, I want to say, and attacking yourself maybe. And that's what you're doing here with the High Priestess. She's looking at this card, Nine of Swords in the reverse. She's like, I'm going to let this go. This is not about me having to worry or me getting too much anxiety. How do I let go of this anxiety? How do I let this in the past? Okay. Fight the power, paint the powerless. Yeah, I think there is probably people just overstepping it, and you're reacting to it in a healthy way, and you're not making yourself the problem. You're like, no, you are the problem. Sorry, it's not me. And I think Aries is really good with that. Show what you see, not what you saw. Huh, that's interesting. Maybe not really dwell in the past, or not let yourself drag into the past, but just stay in the now and try to sense what's happening in the now. May your art help finance your legal fees. Okay, this is really about going into conflict, also going into fights, going into, I mean, fights, I don't see fight, but going into healthy reactions when it comes to you or your truest, authentic, most happy, joyful, fun, open self being tested. I think that's what's happening here. You're not having it. You're not having it this month. I mean, I don't think you're having it other months, but this month in particular, you're not having it. So fight the power, paint the powerless, show what you see, not what you saw. May your art help finance your legal fees. Gustave Courbet, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. What else? Wheel of Fortune. This is getting even bigger. This is all happening for you in the best. This is a pivotal, like insane month for you in the best possible way. I mean, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, the Temperance, the High Priestess, the Strength card, Wheel of Fortune. So this is a quantum leap when it comes to stepping more and more into yourself, when it comes to being yourself, being your full authentic self. And I think you should just seize the moment. You don't even, there is no, I'm not surprised that there is a Princess of Pentacles in the reverse, because you want nothing to change. This is perfect. Seize this moment in time. I want to say, Aries, seize it. King of Swords. So on point, so clear. You see, your higher self sees the way forward. There is no confusion. There's just facts. There's strategies. There is clear insight. There is understanding. Intellect is working on point. You know what you want. You know how to move forward. You know who you are. You're a clear communicator. You know what's right, what's wrong. You know the truth. This is really impressive. There is no confusing you. There is no fighting you. There is no manipulating you. There is no tricking you. There is no deceiving you. There is no tearing you down from who you are. There's just no way that anybody would move you out of your truest self these days. August is just your month. I think it's your month. I think I will name this video, this is your month. And even whatever is coming here, you know, if I pull a devil card now, a tower, I don't even care, because this is not, it's not gonna bother you, honestly. There's really nothing that can kind of destroy this. Nothing. It will not last forever, for sure. I mean, of course, it's temporary, but Four of Wands in the reverse. You know what's not for you. That's what I see here, Princess of Pentacles. You know what's not for you. You know where you don't want to step into. Your higher self very well knows what's not for you. You're not going there. There might be something presented to you that is just not an offer that is resonating with you, really. It could be a job, it could be a money thing, but you're happy right where you're at. You're like, why would I change this? Because now finally I feel like I've arrived within myself. I feel like myself, and this is happening for me, Wheel of Fortune, for my higher self, for my most growth, for my intellectual growth as well. Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're really holding strong boundaries. You're like, no, I'm not gonna take what's not for me anymore. I'm not gonna step into things that are not for me, that are not my environment, that are not sincere offers. I will keep the boundaries up. I will fight for who I am. I will be courageous. That's the Seven of Wands, Lord of Velour. I will not step down easily from what I've built, and I will most definitely not let anybody tear this energy down. And of course not a Princess of Pentacles, an immature person that comes in, or immature, you know, offer from a place that is not very grown, not very established. That's a Princess of Pentacles in the reverse. She's not established, and she doesn't have the positive qualities of the Princess of Pentacles upright, where she's like open to build, to learn, to get better at something. So no, don't even, you know, don't let anybody, I don't need to tell you this. You won't let anybody fool you into, or trick you, or convince you, or seduce you into anything. And that's more like seductive, maybe. It's not tricking you, or like fool you, or deceiving you. It's more like somebody might want to seduce you because you are fucking awesome. I mean, the Sun energy, King of Swords, you're like, wow, you're impressive right now. So, Nine of Pentacles, yeah, you're completely in your self-worth and your power. Okay, I'm not gonna continue with this deck. We're done with this. This is so good. I can't wait to see what the relationship sector has to say. So this could be any relationship. This can be a romantic relationship. This can be, I wanted to say a toxic relationship for some reason. I hope it's not a toxic relationship, but I mean, even that wouldn't bother you this month, probably. This can be a family relationship. This can be a friend, a colleague, a boss. I'm very strongly drawn, and I just want to show you this, to this pentacle on the forehead of this King of Swords. And you know what this means? I mean, the pentacle upright means spirit over matter. So that's something we want to bring into this reading, spirit over matter. The devil is exactly the opposite. That's why we have this upside down pentacle, matter over spirit. Like what you see, what you can touch, is more important to the devil than the spiritual realm, like something you can see, you can touch. That's why the devil will always work with evidence that, you know, might look like he's the good guy, but he's not. Whew, I don't know why the devil is here, but maybe he's coming out in the cards. Let's see, this other person. Ten of Wands. Okay, there's somebody burdened by, I'm not sure what. I'm not sure if this has to do with you. You seem in a very light energy, so it doesn't seem like you're burdened to a person. They might be burdened with maybe too much work, responsibilities. Maybe they're just having something to carry. They are having a hard stretch. Maybe there's a lot to do. It could be overworked. It could be just a lot of things happening at the same time, and they have to carry a load. And or carrying stuff from the past could be as well. It more seems like it's a stretch they have to just get through. It could also be like they're picking up their stuff that's not yours, and they're taking it with them and not bothering you with their stuff, is what I intuitively see, because this person's kind of walking away, you know, because you're staying clear-minded and in your light power and light energy. So they might be like, well, with this heavy energy, I'm not resonating with this person. You're with the hangman in reverse. Yeah, I have a feeling like you've gained a new perspective on this person. This could very well be same-sex to men. Doesn't have to be. It looks very gay to me, but you know, Hanged Man in the reverse, you've gained a new perspective on this connection. And I think you might be seeing this person for... You might be also maybe realizing how much this person has to carry. And maybe you're also realizing that you kind of can't help them carry that load for some reason. I don't know, for whatever reason you can't help them, but it seems like you can't. They have to do this alone. They have to do this by themselves. You being in this enlightened mode also with the Hangman in the reverse could be a burden to them, because they kind of can't live up to that. You know, I mean, what can you do? We've all been there. I've been there, where I didn't want to burden people with my heavy energy. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe they don't want to burden you because they see your shine, they see your light, and they're like, no, I'm not gonna. But it seems, I mean, they're still like, they're like walking around in front of your nose. It's not that they're out of the picture, you know, they're not making it secret, or they're not keeping it from you. I think your new perspective on things is maybe that you're not gonna help them, because it might be enabling them also. Because I like that the Hangman still, he has this, he's looking at this and he has his hands behind his back, and he's not, you know, he's not using his hands. I just think that's a very telling image here. You can see that. So yeah, let's see how this connection is mirroring or connecting. The King of Cups. All right, so there is some emotional, I want to say, instability or non-openness involved. There is an emotional power struggle here. With the King of Cups in the reverse, I feel like there is two people not trying to be hurt, and therefore maybe being a little controlling about their own emotions, and therefore becoming maybe unconsciously or not very consciously manipulative on an emotional level. So there is a tense emotional thing here, and both kind of want to keep the power over their feelings, over the emotions, maybe over the feelings of the other person. And there needs to be some stepping into your more fatherly energy in this case, from both sides. Like, how can we deal better with our emotional realm, and how can we not bring this maybe so much into the relationship situation, or project, or how do I keep my emotional issue with me and not make it one of the connection? Because it seems like you really don't have any emotional issues these days. So maybe this person is really burdening you with their heaviness, but at the same time, you're also engaging in this. So, you know, this is what I think the King of Cups in reverse is saying. Like, maybe you're realizing, well, this is maybe not the most mature way to just stand here and watch this person carry this load. Like, either I help them or I just distance myself. But this is maybe like lingering over it and watching them is kind of making me not feel good and the person not feel good. Yeah. The fountain, everything is possible. I'm telling you, everything is possible in this connection. Everything can regroup, everything can build, everything can have a new offspring. It can rebuild from nothingness. It has endless possibilities, especially because you're coming out of this stagnation with the Hanged Man and seeing things for what they are. So there's endless possibilities, but I think it's really up to you. It's definitely up to you. You're seeing things very clearly. This person is really burdened right now, and it's really up to you if you want to step in and help them or if you don't. This is how I see it. I saw this and it was there, and I didn't get it why, and now it's coming out again. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I have no idea. It's an independence problem. It's an independence problem. It's a knowing your worth problem. Yeah. Ooh, I knew it. I knew it. I'm not sure why you're engaging in this, because you're in such a positive energy, but this has a little bit of a sadistic feel. Yeah, there might be a strong chemistry here, strong attraction. I get really strong queer vibes, like two male identifying people. Two of Coins. Yeah, it's stagnant, but there's a lot of attraction. There's not enough rest also in this connection, not enough. The distance is not, you know, when you're like distancing yourself from a person, but you're still watching them all the time, or they're still close, or you're still orbiting, or they are just in your head. As I said before, when I started the reading, I was like, there is this person from the past that was kind of making me angry, even though that person is not even in my life, you know. It's like people, it's not just because you distance yourself. Of course, it's easier to come back to yourself and heal and do all those things, but still, there's still people invading your space without them even being here. And sometimes it's not so much about having that physical distance. This, yeah, I mean, this month, there is probably not going to be the big solution to this, but I think you're gaining a lot of new perspective on a thing, and you're really in your power. So stay in your power. This is all happening for you. The Wheel of Fortune is here. And try not to enable a person, or try not to prove a person wrong or prove yourself right or whatever. Like, I told you so. There is no point, you know. It's really, there's no point. They probably know themselves. They probably know themselves that they can't keep up with your vibe right now, you know, and rubbing it in their face will not make a difference. If you feel attacked, and if you feel like you're made the problem, then of course, you know, with the daughter or with the Strength card in the reverse, I think, yeah, you should totally react to that and not, you know, let people step all over you. But, you know, I hope you get the point that I'm trying to make. Let's see one more card for this relationship, how we can creatively, like, position ourselves. This is my Art Oracle card from Artists. Le Corbusier. Okay. This is a very mind-oriented thing, and I think it resonates well with the King of Swords. Theory makes perfect, practice makes problems. Yeah, like living in the theory is sometimes so easy, and practicing, especially relationships, and I mean, I am the master of having good advice, you know, coaches don't play. But like my own relationships, a whole different thing. Practicing them or seeing what other people do, two different things. Practice makes problems. Yeah, if you practice things, even though you know, you will make mistakes. You will not get things right. Sign your name in concrete. Okay, So this is, I think, also resonating with the Sun card here, to be like, to just, yeah, this is who I am. And this is, there is no point, there is no point in trying to, you know, get me off that road, because this is the happiest, luckiest I can be. So why change that? And then go big and go home. This is nice. Okay, I think this is just personally for you to know, like, yeah, I can have it all. And I want to have it all. Also in a relationship maybe. And I'm not gonna settle for this kind of thing, you know? Even though it looks cute, if you know what I mean. Okay, so charms. We will draw some charms. And see what's to come out here. Ooh, yeah. Okay, there is a feminine energy. Interesting. I think you might be suppressing your feminine energy a little bit, which is an Aries thing. I mean, Aries is just very archetypal male. Yeah. And your ego might have also in the past stood in the way and brought you more problems sometimes in relationships, but I think you know that, and I think you emancipated yourself from that and know that not everything, like the worrying part is the toxic part, you know. Not you, it's like you worrying about stuff is probably the toxic part and not you per se. Feminine energy is helping you. Your intuitive energy, we have with the priestess, with the high priestess, we have a lot of feminine energy here as well, is really working for you, for your expansion, for you receiving what you're supposed to receive. This is all this feminine energy. I'm feeling this very strongly with the Wheel of Fortune card in combination. Trust your memory. I want to say trust your memory and make judgments on your memory. Don't wait for, you know, something magical to happen. This is about logic and clear memory. And there is enlightenment in that. I think you will see things differently. You will analyze and see things differently, especially with the King of Swords. You won't be confused. I think the love for yourself is so solid that that there is a chance that this connection and this love can be also transformed here, but it needs a lot of clear communication from this other person, I think, change and transformation from this other person, and you should not work on this anymore. I think you should not work. This is the working charm for me here. It's a Capricorn, but it's not a Capricorn, I know. But it's my Capricorn charm. And I think you should not work on this anymore. It's upside down, it's face down. This person, I think, really does need to do the transformation here. And they need to let go a part of themselves in order to regrow. There needs to be a transformed version of them coming towards you, if you want to if this can go anywhere, really. But they're very stuck to their ways. I think they're very creative in being not flexible. And that for me is always the most fascinating thing, how people can come up with so many ways to not change or to not make a change for the better for themselves. They're so creative with coming up with all these reasons where I'm like, wow, look at you, how creative you are. Why won't you just apply that creativity to actual change and doing something that's good for you? I feel like they're very stuck in their ways and how they do things, and it's not going to be the easiest thing for them to change, but I don't think it's, you know, you're standing your ground here. I'm sorry, not this table. You're standing your ground here, it seems like, and If they're not communicating the truth, I think they will be communicating the truth. I think it could also really be the truth that they're aspiring to change. You will have to see if that's happening. But you can't, it seems like really the whole issue is you can't help them carry a load because they kind of have to do it alone. It makes you feel uncomfortable, it makes them feel uncomfortable. The King of Cups in the reverse, it might not be the most mature thing, but it's kind of a thing that needs to happen right now, this month, because you're in such a good place, you don't want to get dragged down. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, Aries, that's a really fun reading. I mean, fun, interesting, and multi-layered, and a lot of things happening. So I hope your month is good. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I hope I'll talk to you soon. Bye.